Hello, lo, 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 lo. Is my microphone working? Let's see. It says it's working. My game audio should be working as well. We'll see about that though. Hello, welcome to another stream. We're ending it where I fell asleep at because okay. So I doubt anyone watched my first stream. I didn't like tell anyone I was streaming. I just decided to start streaming because this isn't very interesting to do. Figured I could chat to anyone who randomly decides to join, but uh I was just both tired that day and the ring light where I had it because it was pretty much like right in my face because I need a ring light for my Vita model to work. Well, I had the ring light right up in my face. I had my room light off. I was in the dark, and it was just blinding me. My eyes were hurting like an hour in. And whenever it was nighttime, I was just trying to get away from I was just trying to get away from the light where I wasn't looking at it. I started just putting my head down on my desk to avoid looking at the light. Eventually, I just ended up because my bed's right next to where my computer and stuff is. I eventually just ended up, whenever I was just AFKing and waiting for night to pass, I would just go over to my bed, sit there for like 15 minutes waiting for the night to pass so my eyes can just rest for that 15 minutes. But because I was also tired, I ended up like falling asleep and I think I was like asleep for an hour while stream was going. You guys couldn't hear anything, but wasn't great. So hopefully I won't be falling asleep tonight, or if I do, I won't be falling asleep while stream's going. I also decided to move the ring light, so instead of it being down below where my camera is, or where my camera is, yeah, uh, it's up above my monitor, so I'm not looking at the light in any way. It's kind of just up above me. It's still beaming light down on me because it's a pretty bright light. Even when it's dimmed down, it's pretty bright. But it's still beaming light down on me, but it's not directly in my eye. So it's just kind of out of not it's not out of sight, but it's right on the edge of my vision. So it's not blinding me. Also was doing some looking up and I guess keep having my room light off and a ring light beaming straight into my eyes is not good for you. So I also have my room's light on. I'm not in the dark. But yeah, I got myself some snacks here. Well, not really a snack. It's more of actual food. I don't know what it is, but it's like this bread thing with I think there's egg, roast. I think it's beef and pepperoni. I think. I really don't know. I was given it. I've been snacking on it. I also got myself some chips up here, so that I do actually have a snack, and I of course got my drink. So we are ready for today. Hopefully, there's no spiders out here. We kind of law the last thing we were doing before I passed out was just trying to collect a bunch of wood because I'm still trying to finish up uh our mine shaft. We still got to finish placing all the braces, rafters. I don't know what to call it, but the weird things that are in regular mine shafts in Minecraft, we got to finish building those in ours. We might do some more mining because I might want more resources like iron and stuff. Uh, what else are we doing today? Oh, we never finished the hedges. I think we're almost done, but we never finished them, so we need to work on the hedges around our castle. And I think there's one more tree I'm trying to get to grow over in our what is it called? Pathway, entranceway, whatever you want to call it. That thingy majiggy. I would also like today, if we have time, to get the to do some farming and get the farm looking correct because somehow something ended up spawning up there. I think there's might be like one block of dirt I missed and something finally managed to spawn on that block and then it just walked around up there, broke the wheat, and then that allowed more things to spawn up there, so the wheat's all messed up on the first layer. Anything above the first layer not touched. It's just the first layer downwards that's all messed up. So it shouldn't be too hard to fix, but we also need wheat if we want to put any in our silo over there. So we were gonna do some farming anyways. Ba-doop, 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 chopping down some trees. I also took a nap before streaming, so Sheepy, stop pushing me, Sheepy. So I shouldn't. I'm not gonna be as tired. I don't know how long I'm gonna be streaming for yet. It's I'm just gonna be going into I probably get tired because I gotta get up somewhat early tomorrow. So yeah, so I might want to still get some more sleep. Chop chop chop. But other than that, not much. I'm not really sure how much wood we will need. Maybe like I'm thinking like 5 stacks. I think that's a good range. 5 stacks will get us pretty far. Bloop. But how are you guys doing? I myself was spent most of my day, besides when I took my nap, was making some well, not full pizzas, but I made some pizza dough so I can make myself some individual pizzas for when so I can put it in like little lunch boxes and take it out when I go. I need well, I need more axes. So I got these like little individual pizzas for myself. I'm not sure if they're big enough. I might have to get bigger Tupperware containers to put them in. But what I did was instead of like cooking the pizzas and then when I reheated the bread getting all well, not bread, but the crust getting all soggy because it's microwaved. Um, what I did instead, and I don't know if this is really going to solve the issue of it getting soggy and stuff. I just wanted to try. It was also because I don't know how long it's going to take me to get through all the prep I made. So instead, I prepped the pizzas in the Tupperware containers, but I didn't cook them. I rolled out the dough. I put on the sauce, the toppings, like what you would normally do before you throw it in the oven, and I put it on a parchment paper so I can just lift up the pizza straight out of the Tupperware container and throw it in the oven, parchment paper and all, for like 20 minutes because it's not a big pizza. It's just an individual one just for me. Uh, and then I would say like it's a square pizza, but I would say maybe it's like six 6 inches by 6 inches, something like that. But then I just throw that little individual pizza in the oven for like 20 minutes while I get ready. And when I'm done getting ready, I can pull it out. It's done. I put it back in the container. I close the lid. Now that I say it, I do feel like steam would build up in the lid, so that might be an issue. This is my first version of this idea, so I might have to do some adjustments to make it actually better. But um then I basically make myself a fresh pizza. And doing it this way, it lets me actually throw the pizza itself into the freezer. So say if it takes me 3 weeks to eat it all, that 3-week-old pizza is still pretty much fresh because it's coming out of the freezer. It's not fresh, but it it's not gonna go bad. It's gonna be in the freezer, ready to go in the oven, be cooked from being raw. So yeah, that's kind of my idea. I guess technically that is something that already exists. Hey, and our week grew while we were asleep though, so we can do because I was doing a little bit of farming up here. Bloop bloop bloop. See, now the I tilled this and planted stuff here. So did something spawn up here, or did the water just not hydrate this part of the soil? It should have, because the water's right there. I would understand maybe these not hydrating, but that one should have definitely hydrated. Those should have hydrated. Maybe I just didn't. I planted too quickly. Like maybe I have to wait until all this dirt is hydrated, then plant the seeds. I could try that. And we got a ton of seeds from that, so this will actually work. I was a little worried that seeds in this version were 1-to-1, so like you would only get it back enough to replant, but it does not seem to be that way, which is good for us. So this will actually, I do sticks out. So we can't just plant in this little area to get more seeds to cover all that up. And the reason why I also think I missed a block is because notice no no grass. Oh, it's becoming night. No grass. Grass. On the first layer. Yeah, first layer, there's grass up here. I don't think anything spawned up there, though I do have to do this layer because I did walk all over this layer anyways. So this layer has a bunch of broken wheat. But there's grass on this layer, and it's the only layer that has grass, which means there had to have been a grass block up here, which means I must have missed one, and I didn't till it. So, yeah, we gotta find where I missed that at. But, I might have to go and run into the base, not replant it this day. Not like things grow at night anyways. I don't know if this is something in modern Minecraft too, but grass and trees and wheat will not grow at night in this version. Maybe it's I don't know. Does that happen in? Because I know wheat won't grow unless there's a certain light level. Is that the same for? That can't be the same for grass. Maybe it's the same for trees, but grass, I don't know about that. I don't know. But now we gotta wait for night to pass. Unless we have to, I guess we could try torching the place. But then we have to worry about torching up there where the other stuff is. Do we do that? We could just, but what is that really gonna get us? If we torch outside, we can stand outside and walk around, but that isn't gonna really help us. I don't know. Should we torch out there? I don't know if it's gonna affect the trees though. That's the other thing. If it affects the trees, then yeah, torching out there would make things go by faster. That would be a good idea. But if it's not going to affect the trees, then we're just going to be standing out there in the darkness, still kind of risking getting attacked by enemies. Either way. So, I don't know. We can AFK this side and oh, yeah, and then in the morning, while we're waiting for trees to still grow, let's place down some torches and just see. But we gotta kind of just sit here, so I'm gonna just do some snacking, munching, do some munching. Yep. Oh look, a spider. We got a bunch of wheat. I really don't know what to do while we're AFKing here. I don't want to go out there because these monsters in this version, they are relentless. They can two-hit you easily. Skeletons are terrifying from a range because they just have fully automatic bows. Spiders, they're not as scary. You can avoid them. Same as creepers. Creepers and spiders aren't that bad if you avoid them. Spiders are a little fast, and they are terrifying to fight when out in the open if you're actually going and fighting them. But if you're just avoiding them, they're not that bad. Spiders are only terrifying because they have the ability to jump at you, and that's scary. And it does help them move a little faster, so they can outrun you. But if you're far enough away from them, they're not going to mess with you. Creepers, they're slow. They're just as slow as you, so you can get away from them pretty easily. Definitely if you do some strafing and go around blocks. Skeletons, they are terrifying. They're terrifying all around, up close and from a range. They're more terrifying from a range, but up close it's even worse. Because of basically their fully automatic bows. Zombies are just like creepers, are slow, so you can avoid them. But they are buggy. They will hit you twice in 1 second. Like they have no cooldown on their hits. So if you get too close to them and they can hit you twice really quickly. And it only takes 2 hits from a zombie to instantly kill you. So and that's probably also because I'm not wearing any armor. But armor in this version is not that good. Uh, if you're it's weird how armor works because it doesn't work like in modern Minecraft where once its durability goes to 0 it just breaks, and it does that too here. But while its durability is going down, your armor bar also goes down. So say your chest plate's at half, and say your chest plate, I think it's like 8 armor points it gives you. Well, if it's at half durability, then it drops your armor rating down to like 4 or something. I don't know exactly, but for just an example, it will drop your armor rating down to 4 points instead of 8 if your chest plate's at half damage. So it kind of sucks. Definitely with how fast durability goes down in this version. Like your tools just break quickly. Though I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's the same. It might just be an illusion about how fast they break. But armor also takes all of your armor, not just the feet. Take durability whenever you take fall damage too. Which I like to jump off things and take a lot of fall damage. That's like where I take most of my damage. But I know the sword. I made one diamond sword in this gameplay so far, and that diamond sword lasted me through several episodes. So maybe it's not as bad as I'm saying, but I don't know. I I, I haven't looked into it, so I'm just going off of how it feels. What we got out here? Is this a spider? Oh, there's a couple spiders again. Oh, the spider's gone. We wait. We wait. We wait. 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 It should only take one more round of tree chopping to get up to those 5 stacks, though, so it shouldn't be too bad. Uh, this is the sucky part. This is probably why most of my videos take like hours to record. I just sit here AFK at night, and it takes like 15 minutes per night. So the time adds up real quick. And it sucks. It takes forever. The waiting here. At least with recordings, I kind of just get up, do some other stuff around my room, come back. But here, it would also help if I had a way to draw. I could do something a little productive, but my drawing tablet that I was using got a little broken. The screen's all cracked up, and it doesn't like there's certain areas where it won't recognize touch at all, and it's just all messed up. So can't draw, and do not recommend me drawing with mouse. I hate drawing with a mouse. If I'm gonna draw on my computer, I need a tablet of some kind. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It just needs to be something. I cannot draw with a mouse. It it is torture. Literal torture. That's probably also because I use the Bezier. That's what it's called, Bezier curve a lot. That's like, I don't know. That's like my favorite thing. I don't usually draw with like a pen or anything. I like using the Bezier curve. Well, I like to use the Bezier curve to get the broad strokes in, and if I'm trying to do something in a specific shape, like if I need a specific curve, I'll use the Bezier curve. But if I'm trying to just, uh, well, I don't know how this exactly explain it. I don't have the words. If I'm doing sketches, I do not use the Bezier curve. I cannot sketch with the Bezier curve. It's just too like controlled for me. I like I am whenever I do my sketches, I guess I'm just kind of chaotic. It kind of looks like, I guess, chicken scratch whenever I do them. But I use the Bezier curve to do the like final drawing and going through. And then if I need to, I'll use a pen or something to do the freehand stuff. But most of the time, I use the Bezier curve to do my drawing. Yeah. But it is becoming day. Finally, we can leave this little dusty hole. I do wonder why we're waiting for it to fully become day. I want to check because I have it open over here in the background. Come on. I want to check how our performance is doing on my computer to see how much of the lag is actually Wi-Fi issues and how much of it is my computer. Ooh. Wow. Right now it says we're getting Wakfu. What's Wak? Oh, Wakfu's probably is that VTube? No, VTube Studios would be called VTube Studios, wouldn't it? What's Wakfu? Is that whatever engine runs Betacraft? Well, AMD is saying Wakfu, whatever that is getting 11 frames per second, so not great at all. But it also says I'm using 100% of my CPU. Nice. Though, to be honest, it says I'm using 100% of my CPU whenever I open up my browser. So, I don't know how accurate that is, or if my computer is just that bad. It shouldn't be that bad. I'm using a pretty good CPU, I think. I don't know. But it's saying it's running about the same as it runs when I'm getting less frames right now, but it's saying it's about running about the same as whenever I try playing Helldivers. So, and Helldivers doesn't run that bad. It's fairly smooth. There are times where it gets really choppy, but that's really only when there's hundreds of enemies. So, I think it's pretty good. It should be bright enough now. Yeah, we're just getting some lighting errors. Whenever a tree pops up, though, we just go and do some choppies. Should we even set up the torches? Because we're going to have to get rid of them, and we're almost at our 5 stacks that we should need. I don't think we need to set up the torches. I think we can go without them. One of the things I do want to get eventually, so I could do some more streams other than just playing games, is I want to get a drawing tablet, though, so I can do some like art streams. So one of the things I want to work on is definitely improving my V2 model. And I think instead of just doing that kind of alone in the void, I could stream that, doing the art and doing the rigging and all that good stuff. Because I don't know if it's clear with how my V2 model looks, but I have zero experience really rigging. All my rigging knowledge comes from YouTube and my own practice. This is actually my I don't know if I've said this before or really talked about it, but this is actually, I think, my second or third V2 model that I've made. All of them have the same character, but I remember being so like proud of my first one when I finally got it rigged up. I finally got into VTube Studios. I remember being so like proud of it, like to the point I don't know, I was about to break up into tears because I don't know. it took me lots of work to make the V2 model in the first of all. It takes lots of work, many hours, definitely when you don't know what you're doing. But it took me so many hours to learn the program, to learn how I have to layer and break up the drawing so it can actually be rigged. And then when I finally got to have it fully rigged, and then I had got it all rigged up in what is it? Not Live 2D. Is it Live 2D? Yeah, Live 2D. I think it's Live 2D. That's the software you rig it in. When I finally got it all rigged, we can actually go deal with the gold block and stuff while we're here, but well, not the gold block. We don't have an iron tool. Anyways, when I finally got it all rigged, then I had to learn how to set it up in VTube Studios, get the camera kind of working. My tracking still sucks, to be honest, but that also might just be because of I'm not using what most VTubers use is an iPhone for their camera. What I'm using is a really old webcam. The picture quality is actually not that bad. I've opened it up without VTube Studios just to see how it looks, and it looks pretty good. Though it does have this weird lens thing where I can kind of like zoom in and out. I can like turn part of the camera. I don't know if this is intentional or if it's somewhat broken, but I can turn part of the thing, which kind of affects the lens and makes everything either blurry or really clear. So I have to turn it in just the right way so everything isn't just. What happened to that sheep? Did I punch a sheep by accident? Must have. I have to kind of turn that little piece to make sure everything isn't like so blurry the program can't pick up any of my facial features. But when it is perfectly in that line, it's really clear. It's like a pretty good camera. But most VTubers use an iPhone, and I guess that's just like way better for tracking. I'm assuming it's also faster than webcam. But iPhones are super expensive. Also, VTube Studios program itself, for one of the things I wanted to do, I think I tried using my current phone to um uh do the tracking, but the program on VTube Studios specifically requires an iPhone, so you can't do it without an iPhone. But iPhones, if no one knows, is super expensive. And there ain't no way I'm buying an iPhone purely for the tracking purposes. Let alone a brand new one. If I'm gonna get an iPhone, I'm probably gonna buy a used one or something. I don't know, but I don't want to spend like $1,000 and something dollars on a phone when I have a perfectly good phone. And right now the tracking isn't great, but it's not terrible either, to be honest. But what was I talking about earlier? Oh, when I did make my first V2 model. The first one I made, like I said, I was so happy with it. I was all giddy. I was about to break into tears crying looking at it. Because it wasn't just the first V2 model I made, but it was also the first time I ever saw my character like brought to life. Like that was the first. Before that time, my character was just kind of either static drawings, concepts that I wasn't sure which concept I liked yet. Uh, Static drawings, or just a text description of him. There was no movement or anything. I wanted to animate, but God, I, I, I don't know. Are any animators? You guys are great because I tried animating something simple and it took forever. I could not imagine animating something like an anime. I know there's programs and stuff, but it would be you still gotta draw a lot of it. One drawing for me could take me weeks. You're telling me to draw like what 12 drawings in that just those 12 drawings be 1 second? No, no, I couldn't. I do not have the patience or willpower. I could not. So when I rigged up my V2 model for my first V2 model for the first time, I was really happy with it. Looking back at it though, oh my god, it sucked. It was absolute trash. It did not look good in the slightest. I don't have the V2 model anymore. The V2 model sadly got destroyed into the oblivion when my computer started having issues and I had to factory reset it. And nothing on my computer, the same computer I'm actually using right now, I didn't have the V2 model backed up on anything. So when I factory reset my computer, that V2 model sadly did get lost to the void. But I do have one picture of it when I shared it with my friends and was so proud of what I made. I was like so proud. I was bragging. I was all boasting and bragging to them. Look at this. I had one screenshot of it. And when I look back at it, it is terrible. Should I bring that up? Should I bring up that picture and show you guys? I couldn't I? Should I bring it up? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Should I bring it up? We are gonna be waiting here anyways. We're not just yet at 5 stacks. We're close. Let's see if I can find it. To do. Let's see. Hopefully this doesn't mess up stream at. Oh, did I close that? I might have closed that. Oh no, I can't close Steam. Steam is where VTube Studios is running. Oh no, it's right here. No, it's right here. It's just running in the background. Here we are. All right, let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Where did I see it? I remember seeing it somewhere. Is it here? Maybe I didn't take a screenshot. Maybe I took a picture of it on my phone and then used that. It was before I even started actually posting any videos that I made this V2 model. And it was actually because of me losing my V2 model and another project I was working on that really pushed me back from posting videos for like a year because I was just so devastated by the fact not just lost my V2 model that I spent hours working on. I still had the art PNGs, but I spent hours rigging and putting together. I didn't just lose that, but I also lost the another project I was working on that I wanted to be my first video, and it really just set me back quite a bit. Where I just didn't want to work on anything anymore for like a year. So, and every time I thought, okay, I'm gonna do it, I just thought back to everything I lost, the fact that I would have to re-rig my model. And then when I finally did go to re-rig my model, what took me longer was I realized just how bad the layers were, the art was. I just wasn't happy with it, so I ended up redrawing everything again, which took forever because then now I had learned more about how the program worked and how to rig things. So I realized I needed to cut my art up into more pieces to make everything look good. And I think that was version 2. Then when I finally was finished with version 2, I think it was a half model. Version 2 was, but version 2 I rushed really quickly through it. And it also looked even worse than version 1. So I ended up making version 3, which is the model I am currently using, which I don't think looks too bad. It looks pretty good. So I think it's pretty accurate to what I want my character, what I imagine my character could like look like. And trust me, you don't want to see some of the concept art I had for my character. I don't think I have the drawing anymore, or I don't think I have most of the drawings anymore. I think I drew most of them on paper, but one of the drawings because I was trying to figure out. I knew my character's hair was all spiky like it is now here, but I was trying to figure out how I wanted those spikes to look. And one of them was just literally it looked like a Pokemon. I just went spiky, 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 spiky. Then another one, I for some reason drew crystals on my hair. Like my hair is literally made of crystals. I don't know how else to explain it. It was made of pointy crystals. That I have that image burns in my eyeballs. It is cursed. It is really cursed. Um, yeah, it was really cursed. Okay, I cannot talk and do something with my hands at the same time. It is impossible for me. Where is this old picture of my VT model? I kind of want to show it to you guys because I haven't shown anyone. Uh, oh, come on, where are you? No, no. Another benefit to actually having my VTube model though is because I cut my model and you have to cut your model into all these parts. I kind of have all these parts for other drawings I want to make. Like you guys might notice that with some of my, oh, okay, OBS froze there. Oh, is OBS acting up? No, stream looks to be fine. Okay. You might notice this with some of my um thumbnails, but I will use parts of my V2 models, my V2 model to make drawing stuff, my character faster. It's a bit of a cheat, but it also doesn't look good whenever I do that. It kind of looks trash, but it makes it a lot easier to draw those, even though it's still, I sometimes am just unhappy with it. Like for example, my character laying down. I couldn't use the parts, and whenever I tried it, it just looked really, really bad, and I was not happy with it at all. So I was going through and drawing it from scratch, all of it. But that takes forever, because like I said, it can take me weeks to do one drawing. And I'm trying to draw these things in like, what, maybe a day or two for the thumbnails, and it sucks, because I'm spending either most of my time recording or editing. What, is it daytime yet? It's day. But no, it's not. Never mind. But I'm spending most of my time recording and then editing the videos. So whenever it comes to drawing, I just don't feel like doing it. Where is this thing? Uh Oh, that is. Ugh. I guess that hairstyle I drew at that time wasn't too far off from what the hairstyle I have now. It's actually pretty close, but it does look way worse. But that's not what I'm looking for. I am looking for my V2 model. Do, 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 do. Looking for an image. There's no way it was in here. I'm looking for. Is it there yet? I can't tell unless I break a block. Nope. I want to find this because I really want to show you guys, but it might be in an odd place. Do. Where is that odd place it's at? It probably isn't here, isn't it? Oh, nope, nope. We act like that doesn't exist. Do. Do. Oh, that model I was working on. Yeah, that is a model that it's way, way, way beyond my skill level. Though I love the concept art. The concept art looks so good. I love it. Though rigging it is way beyond my god. Like that is, it's what I. The concept art is a static image, but rigging it, that's like that's easily like $1,000 plus model right there that I'm looking at, and that is beyond there. There's so many little things I would have to rig to make it look good, and that is way beyond my skill level. I have trouble rigging my own model, and this is a very simple model, so yeah. Let's see. If I send it to myself, I wouldn't have included a tag. Uh, image. Ow. The time I was trying to write in Elder Scrolls Draconic. I think that's how you spell it. Draconic? Yeah, I think that's right. The symbols are really cool, but they are hard to draw. This definitely has a lot of my old stuff, but not seeing what I'm looking for. Well, there's still another. There's a couple more pages, so maybe it's in here. Definitely a lot of old pictures, though. Hey, there's the hairstyle where it's just a bunch of spiky spikes. It literally looks like a pine cone. uh, this world. That castle took me so many hours to build. It looks so awesome. I wish I still had it. Sadly, that world. Oh, I just saw something change over here. Might be day now. Sadly, that world also got yoink yeeted into the oblivion. That wasn't a world I was planning on like making videos of. That was long before I even, well, I wanted to make videos then, but That was a really old world that I played with my friends, and sadly it got destroyed. I spent so many hours. I was trying to like what I was trying to do in that world is I had built an entire castle wall around a village, and I was trying to build this really cool village inside that wall with each like villager getting their own house and having this cool trading network where villagers weren't kept in cages. They could walk around and all that. And I got pretty far. I even built this giant dragon statue in the center of town. But uh I ended up losing the world sadly, and I could have one of the things I wish I could have done is I could probably reclaim that or even rebuilt the castle wall in another world. But I don't remember the design I made for the wall. That's the issue. I don't think I could have remade it because I would have needed the seed, and that I probably would have never taken a screenshot of the seed. But I swear I took a picture of the castle wall I made. But so I that picture is also gone. But I remember loving the design I created for it. I don't know if it's actually that good if I look back at it, but I remember at the time really liking it. I wish I could remember that castle wall design. It had glowstone in it, and I don't remember what it was, but I think I there was this weird lighting glitch or something I had where the lighting would bleed through certain blocks, kind of like another trick I know of. That's a future trick I'll probably show off, but there's another trick where you can get lighting to bleed through to get this cool edge lighting in certain ways, and it looks really cool. But I remember doing something like that with the castle wall, and it looked cool. I also spent a lot of hours building several villager houses themselves, so yeah, just a little sad that that world got lost. That's why I make backups of my this world after every video. Every video gets a new backup. I should probably actually be making more backups in every video because it takes me hours of recording, but man, I don't know if I have the storage capacity for that. Oh, oh, hey, another tree grew. No, I'm not munching on stuff right now. Why I sound muffled? That's your imagination. Do, do. Where are we at? Almost 5 stacks. We'll probably actually head back to our tower tonight, even if we don't get the full 5 stacks, because we're pretty much right there. Where? We should probably get going now, actually, so we can get down into the mines. Now, we need to remember that the mines are dangerous now. There are dark spots in it, so we gotta be careful while traversing. To make sure there's no skeletons or anything. Just walk on this layer, doesn't matter. We're gonna have to go through because I walked on it already. That's the one bad thing about this design for the farm. I don't really have a good way to get up and down or past it, so I just kind of have to. What I was doing was walking on the very edges of the blocks, and as you guys can see, we will sometimes still step on the jerk because of these angles. And it's just kind of annoying no matter what to traverse it. That's why I was trying to do the underground tunnel system, but that would be like a whole video by itself because that's a lot of dirt to remove, and I just never got around to it. There's a lot of things I wish I could. I wish I had like maybe I don't know 3 or 4 more months in this world so I could fully deck it out. Get these other 2 islands over there. Well, it's not separate islands, but we kind of separated with the desert. But this over here and over there, figure out what to build on those 2 areas. I don't know what I would build right now, but there's a bunch of little things I would like to do more of, but I have to wrap things up. I cannot push it over. We have to wrap it up by the 27th. So by the 27th, I will no longer be playing in this world. Even if I don't have the episode, 11 out, I won't be playing in this world once it hits uh the 27th this month. This month of the 27th. So yeah. Things can also for some reason spawn out there. I don't know how, so we're blocking that up. Do. Not seeing any. Oh, there is actually something in chat. Why did that? That is odd. Are you still watching me? I don't know if you're still watching me. Luca VXX. I don't know if you're watching me still. I can in fact see chat. Kinda. My microphone's kinda blocking my screen here a little bit, but I can see chat. I don't know why. Okay, so how I have. Wait. Okay, I don't know if you're still here with me, Luca, but how I have my chat set up is I have the three windows from Kick, YouTube, and Twitch open. I have those three open, but I have that covered up by my OBS multi-stream chat that's supposed to put those all into one. The only issue why I have the multi-stream is so I can see all you guys talking, but I need the other three if I want to send a message back to you guys. I guess it just didn't appear in the multi-chat, which if it's not going to appear in the multi-chat, there's no point keeping it up there. But yes, I am able to read chats. I do not know how late I am on replying to you. I don't know if you're sadly still here. I might be alone again. Sorry, Luca. I didn't see your message, no. But yes, I can read chat. I should be trying to remember to look over there more often. Or yes, it doesn't help that part of my second screen is blocked by my microphone. That's also why I want to get a new microphone so I don't have to have this giant jerry rig set up. But how is it going, Luca? If you're here, how do I get up? I get up this way because we blocked off how I originally got up, which we can probably actually just fix. 1 second. We don't have a pickaxe. Never mind. I don't feel like placing down a crafting table. See, this is one of those dark zones I was talking about. Monsters can 100% spawn up there. Oh, I need to go up there. That's where I need to. I need to go up this way. Up this way. Monsters can spawn there. Hello, pig. It's really only going to take one monster to sneak up on us for us to die and lose all of our progress, so gotta be careful. And I gotta remember where I need to go to. That's also the issue. Because I don't know why. Once I put up these little things, this place got a lot more confusing on where to go. I think I know my way, but we'll see. I kept these so monsters weren't spawning there just yet, because that will be a really dark spot. Okay, go this way. I think we're coming up to where I need to add more of these too. Yep, nope, not yet. We are gonna have to turn here in a moment. I think it's right here. A lot of walking. This is an intersection that's all torched up or built up. Keep going down here. Oh, that's a cave. This is where we were at. Okay, I see. Alright, we also need planks. Plank. Bloop. Let's get a stack. That's close enough. Okay, it's gonna bug me. I need to go check. It's gonna keep bugging me if I don't. Twitch. It says I have one viewer, but I don't know. That shouldn't be myself. I hope it's not myself. Just Twitch might just be saying I have one viewer by default. I don't know. That didn't help me. Oh well. We continue. Bloop, 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 bloop. Alright, we're getting a lot of torches. We'll do a little intersection here. Doop, 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 doop. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Loop, loop. Don't fall off the edge. Loop. And another intersection. These intersections are the only places that I am keeping torches on the ground. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll put one here. Bloop. This should light up all this so I don't have to worry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's up there? Oh, I know what that is. That's the giant square hole I dug. I didn't know it got exposed. I thought that thing was a hidden vault for eternity. Ooh, I thought I just walked into the void. We gotta be a little bit more careful. No, it is actually exposed. I am surprised. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was what I think that was my first, technically speaking, mine I built in this world. Because I needed a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just put it here. I needed. I hear walking. I'm paranoid of monsters. Actually, no, we don't put an intersection here. Anyways, what I was saying. What was I saying? I needed a lot of stone for. Oh, that's a ton of coal. I needed a ton of stone for my starter base so I could build that tower. And where I got it was just building a giant hole. I kind of did underground so it wasn't ruining the landscape, but yeah. Right now, we are currently under my lumber yard, though. Not where I was farming trees. I built a whole separate lumber yard. And that's where we currently are. It is a huge area, to be honest, so that's where we've been for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, I should really be talking about because this while we're doing all this is supposed to also be a bit of a world tour showing off my world. So I should be I guess talking about what got me to want to build all this or even really start this series, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, since we're in the mines, I'll just talk about why I decided to make my mine a mine shaft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I wouldn't normally do this in a normal Minecraft world. I will admit that. This is actually something special to this world. And I don't know if I'll be doing it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know I keep cutting myself off. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it in my next, well, not next world, because it's all going to be one world. But I don't know if I'm going to be doing it in the next season. 3, 6. Like, would it be too repetitive? I'm thinking. If I did it in this season, and then the next season, and then the next season after that, and so on. I don't know wait, it wouldn't really even work for the next season with the concept I have in mind. So, one, I don't know. I don't know. That's something I still need to figure out if I want to do this. But the reason why I decided to do these tunnels, besides the fact that it's now at one giant mega build throughout my entire world, basically. Mhm. Uh, but also it just looks good. I like how it looks, and it looks better than just having a 1x2 tunnel throughout my whole world, strip mining style. And we don't need anything here. Well, what we can do though is this is actually a terrifying location because monsters can drop down on us. We can do this though. Uh, what was I saying? But I also did it so it would slow down my progress in the game. Because I wanted to slow down how long it took me to get resources. I might have done it a little too much because it took. I I really don't know if no, I've found diamonds doing this type of mining. Not that many though. Uh, but it was to slow me down because I knew how long I'll be playing in this in-dev world. And to be honest, when I first started the world, when I first started recording, I extremely underestimated how long it would take me to do stuff in this world. I will be honest. I thought I would be in 1.0 release already. And that's like in dev that was clumping in dev, inf dev, beta and or alpha and beta all into one season. Do you know how much history of Minecraft is in those 4 versions? People still play those 4 versions. And I would just be going through that in 1 year. I don't think that's enough time to really get the good feeling of how these versions of the game were and the history with them. I don't think that's nearly enough time in those versions. So I'm really happy that I decided to stick with my original idea of a full year in each version. I am happy about that. I don't regret that part. Though, when I do the math in my head, I'm gonna be like really old by the time I get to by the time I get into the newer quote unquote modern Minecraft, I'm gonna be quite old. And I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get to the newest version in my lifetime. That's the issue. That's the only negative to doing what I'm doing. It's a lifetime commitment. Even if Minecraft stopped updating right now, that's 24 years. I guess it's not a lifetime, but that's like two decades. That's quite a bit. And I really don't know. No, I don't think anyone's really even spent a year in each version of the game because the game updates faster than that. So I might be one of the few people who actually do. We've done up here. I think we've finished the mine shaft now. I think we've gotten every nook and cranny all decorated, so we can start removing the extra torches I left behind some monsters when it spawned. Yeah, should we start collecting iron and stuff? There's still veins, or we could leave it. We could leave it. Do we? I don't know if we really need it. If we do need it, though, we're gonna have to come back down here with the monsters. What do you guys think? Should I collect it, or should I just leave it? It kind of adds to the atmosphere if I just leave it. I I think I leave it. I think we leave it. So let's start getting rid of torches. We're not gonna be coming back down here. We can say goodbye to this part of the world. I don't know if this is the way out or this deeper in. Okay. We hopefully shouldn't have to come back down here. I really hope so. Otherwise, we're really gonna be risking it with monsters. We need to get rid of these. I don't know if these make this place look better or worse, because now it's not one long tunnel, but it is very repetitive. I don't know. The only torches I'm not keeping any of the torches that are in the mine shaft itself. If they're in the caves, they can stay, but any torches in the mine shaft have to go. They gotta go. This got to go. This is just gonna make the world look a lot better. Hey, isn't this the location I died that one time? Yeah, did I jump down there and die because I fell in a hole and fell into the void? I think I already went back down there, but I think I went down there for a single block of gold. What that ended up being. When I come through and edit this, I'll edit in that little clip because I think I was short of it. It was so upsetting when I died because and that's really what has caused me to be have like little heart attacks whenever I fall down even a one block hole. Just because that one time I fell and fell all the way down to the void. But I also blame that a lot on my old setup. Not really that old, but my previous setup. Because I was using the projector whenever it was dark in the game, it was like pitch, and I mean pitch black on screen, and I couldn't see a thing. So I kind of blame it on that. And I was a little panicked too at the same time, so meh. We have been walking in these hallways for years. There we go. We're almost out. We can soon leave the mines. Go this way, and then we turn here. And now I know where I'm at. Because we can turn here. And look, we're back over here. Oh, there are diamonds right there. That's one of... I just realized we still need more diamonds. I think we need quite a bit more diamonds, don't we? So we might actually have to come back down here. Ah, that's nice because I know I talked about this in last stream. I know I'm not gonna finish the gold. So we're not gonna remove these torches just yet. I know I'm not gonna finish the gold pillars. That I don't even know if there's enough gold in this whole world to do that. That's one of the things. Big. But I know I'm not gonna be able to finish the gold pillars in my throne room. But what I do know I can finish is the diamond throne. I need to go count up how many more blocks we need. But I'm 100% sure we can finish that. But I do need more diamonds, which means I need to go mining because I think we got 2 more blocks in our chest at the moment. We could add to the throne. But I don't know how many we need. But that's one of the things I 100% want to finish. I want to finish the throne. That's been something I've been working on since I built the castle in what, episode 2? Episode 2 or 3? No, it was 2 because I built the beach in episode 3. So yeah, since episode 2 of this world. And speaking of the castle, I guess we can talk a bit about the history behind what made me actually want to build this castle. And the castle itself, this is one of the things that I 100% had planned from the get-go. Just like this tower, I didn't have the exact design of it, but I knew I was going to build a square tower. I knew that from the start. I knew I was going to build a square tower. I knew I was going to make the base the mossy cobblestone starter house. As you guys can see, it's kind of hard to see with all this decoration around it, but you can see the mossy cobblestone tower, and you can see the exact square of it. I didn't try blending it in like I did with the cobblestone and the stone, and then the stone and the wool. I didn't do that at all with this. I left the cobblestone. All I really removed were these 3 blocks right here, which just got moved down to make the staircase. But that was one of the plans I had from the get-go. Another, because I didn't just want to have a square block as my starter base. I wanted to add something to it. But I also had this plan from the get-go, and I think you guys can kind of tell I had this plan from the get-go for the simple fact it's kind of shaped with the mountain. I didn't have the exact build one for one. I had to figure that out. As you guys can probably tell in episode 2, I was doing some planning out. I ended up doing it in creative world over survival, but I had this idea because when I was from the very start, before I even built a single thing, because the world itself was actually I spent several hours looking for a world in a version of InDev that would work perfectly in a world that I actually liked. Obviously, I ended up landing on the version of InDev with the Mossy Cobblestone starter house. I had to have that version because that was the version with the starter house with all the items in the chest and the most iconic starter house. Whenever you think the starter house, you think the Mossy Cobblestone one. You don't think of the wooden one. So I had to have the Mossy Cobblestone, definitely with the fact that Mossy Cobblestone in these older versions is a impossible block to obtain. One second, I'll continue my thought process. I need to count this. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more blocks of diamonds. Wow. We gotta remove that, but I need to... are we gonna be able to rush back to our tower? We can try. What was I talking about? Oh, my thought process is broken. I knew I wanted to have the Mossy Cobblestone starter house. So I knew which version I had to create the world on. So from there, I just had to figure out. Well, I didn't have to figure out. I had to find a world I was happy with. But at that point, I'd actually generated worlds in different versions. I kind of fell in love with different world generations. Like, there was I don't remember which version of InDev it is, but there was a version of InDev, it's nighttime, I could tell because those monsters are pitch black. There's a version of InDev where, and it's what gave me the idea of the crane build, but there's a version of InDev where the ground would, like, poke through, oddly enough, through the surface, and you get this, like, stone cave poking through the surface of the ground. And it kind of looks like a mine, like where a mine would be. And that's what really gave me the idea. Oh, I want to build a crane as my mine and have a hole down in the ground where the crane's like going into that hole, and down at the bottom of the hole is like the entrance to my mine shaft because I knew I wanted to do a mine shaft already to slow down my progression in the game. And that's what gave me the idea of that. But that was one of the things I wanted in my world when I was trying to find a seed that I like, well, quote unquote seed. There are seeds, but you can't choose your seeds in this version of the game. There's no way of choosing that. It's all random. So you're just rolling the dice each time you hit generate world. But I knew I wanted that. But when I landed on this version of InDev, well, not this version. We're not playing in the version that the Mossy Cobblestone house generates in. We'll talk about that in a moment. When I landed on the version I would finally generate the world in, I found out that bug where the caves would generate above ground was patched, and we no longer had that world generation. But one of the things we did have was these cool cliff designs. Now this little thing right here, that was built by me. That was not there. But we did have these cool, just randomly vertical, like, mountains, like straight vertical walls. And I instantly, when I saw that, I instantly thought, what if I put a castle up there? What if I put a castle up on one of these? And then built this really cool smooth ramp up to it that kind of curves around. That would look so, like, what's the word? Dynamic? Not dynamic. It would look so fancy. It would look really fancy, and I love the idea. And when I was generating the world, now these mountains, they're not extremely rare, but they are rare to find. It took me quite a bit to find one that I actually liked in a position that I like. And they usually happen at the end of the world, edges of the world, which is a little odd. have not seen them like in the middle. I guess that's the closest thing, but it still does taper off on the edges. It's not straight up, perfectly all the way around, where that is. And so I was generating the world for that specific mountain look, and I think I found two that was okay that I liked, but eventually I of course landed on this world. I don't think I have the other world sadly anymore. I think I deleted it once I decided to finally stick to this one. But this one I really liked. One of the other things I was looking for were separate little islands like this because I knew I wanted to build separate things onto them. I didn't know I was going to build a mine here. I kind of had the idea on episode 1, but I wasn't 100% certain on it. I think I said that in episode 1 that I think I was going to build the mine here, but I wasn't sure if there was enough room to build the giant hole and all that. But one of the things I knew I wanted to build was a giant tree. I had no idea how I was going to build that tree. I had no idea where I was going to build it. I think my original plan of where I was going to build it was somewhere over there, right on that area right there. But I don't know. It just looks. I think it would look a little weird there, and I really love how this came out. Of course, the ground's a little flat, but I love how this looks. It looks so good. Uh, I knew I also wanted to build a giant wasteland. I wasn't sure what it was going to be yet either, but I knew I wanted to terraform a whole island into a wasteland like I did there. I also knew I wanted to build a farm. I had no idea of the farm design either. I knew farms were really buggy. Actually, no. Let me rephrase. I wanted to build a farm. I thought it was impossible. I was going to actually save this terrace type look for a farm for, I think it was alpha. I think it was alpha that I thought farming was added. I was actually going to save this for alpha, but when I found out that I could do this in this version, where I found out when I found out I could farm in this version, let me clarify. That's when I decided, oh yeah, I'm going to build this. Though, but I did want to originally build a farm. I just thought it was impossible for a while. Uh, it took me a while. This farm area though, that this was clearly not because I didn't know I was going to build this. Uh, this I wasn't sure about either at the time. I didn't know I was going to build this. I probably came up with this idea like episode 5 or something. Probably around the same. I think it was around the same time I decided to build the farm. That I decided, oh yeah, I'm gonna build like a little farmhouse, a windmill back here. Um, yeah. I think I originally was only planning about talking about this, but now we talked about everything pretty much in the world. This was a more recent this whole area. This was more of a recent idea. Because it was just I wasn't sure what to build in this area at all. I kind of liked the cliff. I wasn't sure what to build. I wasn't sure about any of these builds I built for the Path to Parity episode 9. Yeah, I wasn't sure about any of these builds. I kind of just designed them on the fly, not in world, but I designed them in the creative world. I didn't. Well, let me rephrase. I didn't design that, or I think there's another one somewhere in here. There's a few builds actually I didn't design myself. This I stripped from. I'm not gonna spoil it. You guys can figure out where I stripped this from. This is literally one for one stripped from somewhere else. Then I stripped the starter house from the tutorial world, and I think a few. I think I didn't strip this. This was one I designed, same as those statues, though they are kind of inspired by something, like really inspired by something. And yeah, uh, I think I've really talked about everything here. Oh, I also did know I vaguely had the idea that I wanted to build a desert. I wasn't sure on it, yo. I wasn't like guaranteed on it. I wasn't like Yeah, I'm gonna build a desert like I was with the wasteland. But just once I started working on each section that I had kind of in my head, the ideas just kept building up, and I kept getting ideas and inspiration what I wanted to design. Everything was just kind of more from the start vague ideas of what I wanted to do. They weren't like I didn't have the builds prepped. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. They were just vague ideas like, oh yeah, I want to build this a castle on this cool terrain I've seen. I want to build a tower out of, or well, more. I want to build a base, and it has to include the starter house. I want to build a crane. I want to build a wasteland looking area, but then I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to execute those. I figured out how to execute those once I started working on each part. And yeah, that's how most of it went. I kind of planned out the desert a lot more because I had to count how much sand I had and try really squeezing in all of it. I did manage to end up with way more sand than I thought. I thought I was gonna actually have little areas where there would be still dirt, but I surprised myself and ended up with extra sand left over, which one of the things we need to do once because I want to clean this up. This looks terrible compared to everything else we've built. I want to work on building this up a little bit more, add some small builds around the crane. But I also want to add TNT blocks. This is a little dangerous, I know. But I want to add TNT into the hole over here, which is what we're going to probably use the last bit of our sand on. And look at that. The sun is coming up. Sorry, I'm getting a drink here. That's better. That is much better. Yeah. Well, I guess what should we work on? Because the hedges are going to take some time. It's mostly waiting. So what? Oh, what else? Well, I guess the next thing we can work on is the beach. Now, the beach, it was episode 2, wasn't? Yeah, episode 2 was no, the beach was episode 3. It was after we built the mines because I wanted to have the mine shaft built up. Or or was it? That was episode 2. I know that for sure. Then it was the castle. Castle was episode 3. Castle was episode 3. And the beach must have been episode 4 then? Really? Huh. It must have been episode 4 because this is just a purely decorative thing. One second. But one of the things, I know I'm not moving my mouse, I'm doing something on my phone real quick. One of the things I've kind of left out on doing and what I wanted to do was building something up on that little cliff right there. Because you have to go through a little cave, it's kind of hidden behind all these trees. I did that on purpose. You have to go through a little cave that leads up here, and then there's a little bridge I built. But I never built anything on this island. Why? Oh, I knocked over my camera. Come on. Is it working now? I did not mean to knock over my camera. Hopefully it's tracking. Oh, maybe the tracking's working. It looks like my eyes are closed. I don't know, because every time I look over, my eyes are open. But every time I get a little peek at my eyes being closed, so I don't know. Uh, um, but I don't know what to build over here. That's the thing. Maybe we leave this and this out because I might take a picture of these and just ask you guys. Maybe make a post on YouTube. Make a post on my Twitter. Ask Reddit. See what you guys think we should build in certain spots because I am not sure just yet on what we should build in certain spots. What else can we work on though? Well, we have the interior of this. That's what we can work on. We need to work on finishing. Well, not even finishing. We need to build not a great interior. We just need to build some interior to the one settlers house. Because I want to store all of my saplings in there. So that's what we need to do. So let's go down and see what we need for that. Down, down, down we go. do 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 do. It really shouldn't be that much. All we really need is a room where we can store chests in. That's really about it. But right now, the once this house doesn't even have a floor, so yeah. Do 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 do. Bad to you too, sheep. Bad to you too. Those sheeps are bound to fall off. And hey, look, it's pitch black over here. Though I can still see, luckily. Bloop, 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 bloop. Alright, I guess the first step is just add a floor. And we could probably just get away with doing that out of wood, can't we? That would probably be the easiest way. That's what I'm thinking about. That's actually what I am doing, not thinking about doing. That's just what I am doing. Bloop, 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 bloop. Do, do, do. Yeah, this was a fun thing I built. This whole lumberyard. What was it? Was it episode 5? It must have been episode 5. This is probably the biggest project I have done in this world so far. This took me so long. I remember doing. I think I even did. I streamed it too. It took me so long. I'm pretty sure the stream sucked just because I was most of the time I was tired doing it, but also it's just a huge project. There's no way you can talk for like what 500 hours plus. I think it took me. So yeah, we should probably build multiple floors and a staircase and all that. Um, yeah, this and what was also annoying because I don't think I streamed all of it, building all of it. I think I streamed most of it, but not the whole thing. But what was also a little annoying, more to myself, because I was a bit out, I felt like torturing myself for some reason, was I got I got the song Biggering and How Bad Can I Be from the Lorax stuck in my head. And I kept listening to that song. It's actually what ended up making me make one of those one of my TikToks. Me terribly singing the song. Like, terribly singing it and I tried rewriting parts of well, not rewriting, rearranging parts of the lyrics, like mixing the two songs together, just to get around YouTube's copyright check. But sadly, YouTube still flagged it and wouldn't let me publish it for publicly. So yeah, it's just on TikTok because TikTok allowed me to upload it. Though I bet it would get taken down if someone reported it. Sadly, even though in my opinion, it's more of a parody slash cover, but man, copyright stuff, and I don't know how understand how any of that works really, because people will not even just straight up repost songs and YouTube just allows it. I don't know how that works, but people make AMVs. That was actually one of the first things I actually tried posting for YouTube videos. Not on this channel, obviously, but one of the things I tried doing was AMVs for a little bit, and I actually love one of my AMVs I made. I absolutely love them because I don't like the whole AMV. The whole AMV kind of sucks, but there is one part of the AMV that I love because the scene transition literally lines up so perfectly. It's this dynamic camera rotation, and there just happens to be two shots like that to just line up perfectly, and it looks really good. But sadly, you guys will never see that. Oh, I've only ever shared it with my friends. I think this is good enough. We just need some stairs somehow. I don't I don't want to spend forever building staircases. I also want it to look at least half decent. What can we do? What if we do have logs? Logs would be cool. Trying to think Onceler vibes. Everything with him is very he built his own house on top of this, and it's very wag like unstable. But this first layer would look normal. Hmm. What if we just do something like what we did in the other big building? Something like this. But we do have logs instead. That feels good, I think. Feels very Onceler. I hope at least. Any Onceler fans out there gonna roast me for this? Saying this isn't in character. He would never live in a house that looks like this. Do. There we go. I think it's becoming night. Sadly, axes don't break crafting tables any faster. They still take forever to break. But I think that's good enough. And yeah, it's definitely becoming night. Let's head back to our tower. Because I do not feel safe out in this place. It's a giant empty field, perfect for monster spawning. No way. Back to our tower. Do 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 do. And hey, I will say my eyes are not hurting right now. We're what, an hour and a half in, and my eyes are not hurting at all. Like before, I was having last stream, I was struggling to even keep my eyes open, both because I was sleeping a little sleepy, but mostly because of that light in my eyes. It was physically burning. But now I can actually keep my eyes open; they don't hurt at all, which is great. I think all those little adjustments I made are actually working. I do think because I knocked over my camera though that the tracking's a little broken. But yeah. Do. We're back up on top of our tower. Half the world is covered in darkness. And the other half in light. Another wait of 15 minutes. Fun. If you guys see my head of my model moving around, it's not because I'm shaking my head randomly. I'm just moving around in my chair. I'm just making my chair go spinny a little bit. Not like full spinny, but quarter spinnies. I don't know what I have talked about everything. I feel like I have nothing else to talk about. You guys have any conversations to start? Have you guys played in Dev before? How long have you played in Dev for? Do you guys have the Forever World? Because if you're playing in Dev, I would highly recommend you guys starting now if you haven't, because I do plan on making a video. I don't know when. I don't know. That's the issue. I don't know if I want to spoil how I do it, but also it is kind of a public thing that you can look up how to do it yourself already. but I could make it easier video so you don't have to go looking for the 50 different places for all the different steps like I had to. But then people are probably gonna copy what I do if it pops off. That's the thing. Should I wait until after season 2 or should I wait to make a video during season 2? If I wait after season 2, then I don't have to worry as much about people copying the idea because it's going to be a little hard. It was kind of difficult for me to figure out how to do what I'm doing right now because it's kind of niche, but it is still possible. Is the thing. But I won't have to worry about people easily copying the idea. Though if someone figures it out and then shows how to do it, then in one video, then yeah. But if I do make a video on the steps of doing it, that video might do really well. It really might. And it could get people into it more. I will say. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to. It's also not really my full idea. It's from several different people and different sources that I figured out how to do this all in one. So yeah. So it's like I probably should show the steps of how to do it yourself so you guys can definitely people who like these older versions of the games. So you guys can have all this cool world stuff. But also then it makes my world less special. So right now I might be the only person who's gonna have a world like this. At the moment, of course. But I also do want to see what other people do with it. It could be really cool. It's this mixture between do I want to show it or do I want to wait one more year to show how to do it? That's the thing. It's a hard decision, I will say. It's not really an extremely hard decision, but it is a little hard. Because I don't know. It's like making my world a little less special. Though, I have kind of always wanted to have a world like this. It's been like my dream forever world in Minecraft. Like I've always wanted to have a world with all the special cool things that you and it gets to experience all the different versions of the game and have all these cool structures that you just can't get at all in the modern game. Even with mods, there's not a mod that perfectly replicates the world generation or the structures or the weird bugs. That's just you have to play these versions of the game to experience it. And all these things are really cool. They really are. Not just look at just the and also the history behind these different versions and all the stuff. You get to really see how the game was developed, all the different ideas, and back at this time, how much influence the community had. I will say, the community it still has an influence on the game now, but it is far less than these older versions of the game. Not to say these are perfect. There's a lot of bugs that annoy the heck out of me, like these lighting errors. It's still bright over there. Look at it. It's bright as day. Now it's all updating. Now that I bring it up, it wants to fix itself, but it usually does not fix itself. It usually stays bright as day in the middle of the night, and the only way you can tell if it's day or night is either by updating chunks or by looking at the monsters, because the monsters themselves will either glow or be pitch black like the model whenever it's day or night, and that skeleton just despawned. So all the surrounding around it will be bright like it's midday, but the monster itself will be shadowed pitch black. It's really weird to look at. And what's odd enough is oddly an older version of InDev did not have these lighting errors. But this is the newest version of InDev. Newest. This was the last version of InDev before it updated to InfDev. But this version has all these lighting errors where the older version, when I was testing around to figure out which version of the game I wanted to play in, I never had those issues. That's why when in episode 1 when I saw these lighting errors, I was surprised by why is everything pitch black? Why can't I see anything? Like It's middle of the day. Why can't I see shit? Oh, oops. Excuse me. Why can't I see anything? And I just kind of got used to it. It's been a year of me playing in this version, so I am used to these chunk lighting errors. But it still does look weird. Like over there's polka dot. Polka dot. That's also why I hate those torches. It looks ugly, really ugly. That's one of the things I want to go and get rid of because I really don't like that torch spam. That's also kind of why I did the torch spam once and never again in the rest of the world. Nowhere else did I do torch spam just because of how ugly it looks. I've just also been way too lazy to go and remove all the torch spam because that's a lot of torches. I think it's like I know it doesn't look like a lot, but I think it's like 2 stacks of torches that I placed down, 2 or 3 actually. It is quite a bit. So yeah, oh, where's the moon? There's the moon. Come on, become day again. Do. We're just waiting. We are just waiting. Why does it say YouTube's chat's not available? Oh wow, there is a. I feel so bad. I feel so terrible, mate. Mm. Okay, I saw you. What's your name? Luca. I saw Luca, but OBS's multi chat thing was covering up the rest of chat over on Twitch, and I did not see Pixel Huntress over there. Yeah, drop a follow. How's the game going? Like, will have you tried DBD? DBD. What's DBD? What's okay? Pictures Hunter might have been a spammy bot. It does. I don't know. Spammy bots might have not stayed that long, but also it does the text does sound a little spammy. I know Luca, you were not a bot. I know that for sure, but I also did not see pictures over there at all. I feel terrible if you were a real person. I'm sorry. Sorry. I gotta. I thought multi chat was actually working. It was not. I feel so terrible now. Okay, down we go. Um, this I want to move over all the saplings, so because I want to clear out this chest. So let's just get everything out of our inventory. We need to make more chests though to do this. I need that. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Let's get rid of everything I don't need for transferring items. Bloop. I want more chests though. I don't know where I'm gonna put them yet, but I want them. Bloop. I don't even know how many I'm gonna need, so we'll see. That's 8. Do 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 do. Bloop 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 bloop. That'll be 10 in total. Doop doop. We got 10 chests and not even a chest worth of saplings. Let's be fair. Well, a double chest worth, but yeah. Let's collect these all up. We could probably combine quite a bit of this. Do 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 do. Long. No, that actually might be an easier way. Now I'm thinking about it. We need two more. Bloop and bloop. Then, is there any little bits extra here? Yes, there in fact is. Let's combine these all up. Any other little bit? Nope. Okay. Look, it's the middle of the night, but there's the sun. Alright. Ooh, hello, Mr. Creeper. Come here. One hit. Two. Nope, not two hits. Two hits. Three. Okay. We also got be. Okay, maybe it isn't day, actually. I saw something burning over there. We actually need that. Let's toss out the hoe. It looks like it's broad daylight. Arrows. Okay, it's a good thing I didn't poke over my head because I would have been a skeleton and that would have been bad. Hello, piggy. Do 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 do. Okay. Oh no no no! Why can't I stop moving? Why can't I stop moving? Game game game. I'm not pressing my keyboard, guys. Okay. Oh, that was terrifying. I don't know why the game started doing that. Oof, we could have easily ran off the edge there. Alright. Hopefully there's no monsters in here. Doesn't look like it. Good, good. I don't know if I want to have the chests up here or down there. I think I want to have them up. I think like I can't have them there. Oh, hey, look, there's a stone block missing. No idea how that one's missing. I think I can do something like this. We do need to keep staircase style, something like that. I'm thinking. Maybe we just do it on this wall then instead. Right here might work. Just go bloop, 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 bloop. Then we have the two here as well. That adds up. I'm just gonna put a wool block. It looks close enough. Yeah, we just start filling this up then. Blunk, blunk, bloop, bloop. This is fun to transfer items in this version. You don't have a shift click. You have to just do it like this. One eternity later. It's annoying that I can't see YouTube's chat. I don't like that. This is so slow. I hate transferring items. Okay, we still got more though. So back down we go. I kind of knew I wanted to do this because it's the One Stiller's house. Of course, I want to put the saplings in there, but it sucks. Fun lighting errors. Hopefully, it's not terrible for you guys to look at. It's terrible for me to look at. It's probably terrible for you. These lighting errors today are really being weird. I've actually never seen that happen where it's split down like that. That is really weird. Usually I see it just vertical chunks, but not like that where it cuts off like that. That's new actually. I do not know why the chunks are well, the game in general is being really weird on this last episode. I'll be fair. Like, yesterday's stream, for some reason, the world save, well, the one world save got corrupted, I think, where it kept teleporting me around each time I loaded up the world. It was weird. I don't know why I was doing that. And now these weird lighting errors are being even weirder than normal. This game could be really buggy. We don't got that many more saplings left. We also gotta finish throwing around these flowers since we have them all. Get them all out of our chests. Make the world actually look nice. Okay, do we have enough time? I don't know. I don't think we got enough time to put these all in and get back. I wish there was beds in this version. Cause waiting out 15-minute night cycles sucks. Definitely for streams, it gets really boring. I've been trying to keep up the conversation that night, but I think I'm running out of things to talk about. I will say now that I remember because I'm kind of looking at it. I know it's kind of hard to see right now because the lighting errors, but I was actually really pleasantly surprised by being able to build a smaller tree. Bigger trees, okay, I could see. Oh, it's laggy. Bigger trees, that's easy enough because you can stack the saplings to make the leaves look good. But smaller trees, that's the difficult part. I didn't think I would actually be able to build a smaller tree, but surprising surprise, I was able to figure it out. It's not a great tree. It is nowhere near a great tree. I will say that. But it looks like a tree. You can identify it as a tree. And it actually kind of matches up with the dead trees I built over here because it kind of has the same format. It just planted saplings at the ends of the trees, so when the saplings grew, they would get all the leafy bits. But now we wait for 15 minutes. We watch the moon slowly move to the sky at a snail's pace. Very, very slowly. I will say I love how modern Minecraft, the stars are really tiny. This version, the stars, there's big stars, there's little stars. I like how the stars look in this version. I really prefer it. You can you can see the stars basically. It doesn't look like just mostly a black sky with little specks in it. Though I guess the little specks are more accurate, but this just looks better, I will say. There's also just a bunch of blocks in this version that, oddly enough, are exact. Not blocks. There's a bunch of sprites in this game that look exactly one to one to the same to modern. Like the tools, for example. They are, I think, all that might. The bow is one to one, I'm pretty sure. But I think all that's really might have changed for like the shovel, the axe, and these tools here is I think there's a black outline on parts of it. But for the most part, they're pretty much one to one. I think there's a few other items. I think the arrow that has not changed at all. I don't think. The torch sprite in the inventory hasn't changed, though it has changed when you place it down. I'm trying to think of some other blocks that haven't changed. Just let's go downstairs. We have every block in the game. We should be able to. There's a few. Your hearts haven't changed. I don't think. No, no, they have a little. I think there's a bigger white dot. Is it? Right? There's a bigger white dot on it. I think those have changed a little bit. Sponges have changed drastically and for the better, in my opinion. Gravel, gravel's changed for the worse. I like this look of the gravel. Bedrock hasn't changed. That's still the same. A lot of things have obsidian. I think looks the same as well. No, does it? It might be different. It might be different. Bookshelves have not changed at all. I will say, look at that. That it looks exactly the same. Um, wool has changed, though I actually prefer all these different colors of wool. Look how much more vibrant this is. You can make a perfect rainbow with these. I love these wools. Sadly, I can't get these without taking them out of this box, but I love the colors of these wools. Our chest of TNT. We got enough TNT to blow up the entire world, which I will say because I recently was messing around with TNT just for the fun of it in this version. TNT, is, I love the particles for one, though it makes the game lag, but it's way more powerful. Like it blows giant holes into the ground. It's kind of fun to mess with in this version. Uh, a lot of the things here, a lot of the tools have stayed the same. I think. I can take it out of this chest. I can take the tools out of this chest without messing things up, as long as I don't use it. I will. Oh no, maybe that was just my old screen, my old projector, because I remember it being almost impossible for me to tell the difference between this and that. These two just looked exactly the same to me at the time. But now that I'm holding these on like a proper monitor, I can tell this one's blue, and this one's white. I can tell the difference now. Maybe it was just my screen. Okay, gotta be careful with this not to use it by mistake. Because if it takes any durability on it, then it messes it up. But technically speaking, I could replace those easily. It's just the stacks of 100 I can't take out because if I do, it'll mess up the stacks. Forget. This is the only flint and steel in the entire world. I cannot make another one. I'm just realizing that. I didn't even know I could have flint and steel. Because I can't, there's no gravel in this world, which means there's no flint. Gravel was added in a later version than when I generated this world. So this gravel and this flint and steel is all the gravel in this world in flint, I guess. And it will never be touched. Sad. Just like these feathers here, well, not here, but all these feathers I've been collecting are completely useless to me. I don't have flint, so I can't make arrows. The only way I get arrows is by killing skeletons or collecting them off of skeletons. So yeah. Back to waiting. What fun that can be. Come on, I keep missing this jump. There we go. Hey, the law of the world just updated all at once. Do. We're just waiting and waiting through the night. Do 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 do. This is boring, but I don't know what else to do. Where's the moon? Hey, it'll be day soon. Yay. Then we can get back to work. Yeah, get a drink real quick. You still looks like we're waiting on trees there to grow and trees over there to grow. No, it doesn't look like that last tree over there has grown yet. We might want to go check to make sure the saplings are still over where they need to be. I think a skeleton or a zombie spawned in the grass over there. Oh nope, the world still is still a little. It's just half the world that's updated. The other half is still bright and day. I'm trying to. I feel like there's a ton of little things I need to do, but I'm trying to recall all those little things I need to do. I need an iron pickaxe for the tree. Let's come down here, get an iron pick. We should have the iron to do that. Yeah. I need sticks. Oh, flowers too. Right. We gotta place a bunch of flowers. Mm. Do do do. No, I need a pickaxe and an axe. Alright. Iron pickaxe, so we can go get that gold block that's up on the roof. Or up on a tree, that roof. The sunrise. We haven't watched the sunrise in quite a bit. We've kind of been just ignoring them, but let's watch the sunrise. When you look at it. I should really write a list of everything I need to do to finish up the world. We finished the mine shafts. The mine shafts can be crossed off our list. I should be able to go out there now. What else is there? Trying to think. Hello, sheepies. There's of course the farm. I guess we can work on the farm once we're done with the tree and stuff. Definitely monsters within the side the farm in there. Down below us. Gotta hug this wall here just to make sure we don't fall off the edge because of the little bits of lag. Down we go. Hello again, sheepy. Let's place our final torches over here because it looks like we never finished. There we go. And up we go. Get rid of this. Because this is how we climb up. Now we gotta do a bit of parkouring around without dying here. Okay, we're back up. There's that gold block we missed. I think that's the only block we missed too. Around we go, hug the leaf. There we go. And there's the crafting table up here too. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Plunk. And that is gone as well. Now we gotta get down from here without dying as well. Ah, that was easier than I thought it would be. Usually I fall off the tree doing that. I guess we can place some more flowers around here. Just gotta mix it up. Don't be too predictable, which is a hard thing to do to make actually something look random. There you go. That looks better. Oh, look, we do 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 do. Down we go. Let's finish moving the saplings over to this house. Honestly, we might actually be able to finish everything I wanted to do a lot quicker than I thought I would. Maybe it's because I'm streaming. Maybe having all the eyes on me is putting enough pressure on me not to be too lazy and actually get stuff done. Do 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 do. Bloop, 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 bloop. Not that I even know if this is gonna really matter. To be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna keep the inventories in these chests. They might disappear in the future when I update. I'm not sure about that, but I have a feeling they will because I've seen videos of people update trying to update the worlds to get certain items from the past and all that to like get items easier and stuff. And they usually bug out and you don't get them. So that is a small worry of mine. But I am also going to eventually make this version of the in-dev world public to you guys. So having the items all over the place will be nice. It won't all be in one spot. For if when you guys play the if and when you guys play the in-dev version. Future versions I cannot guarantee it having. What should I? Oh right, I still need to figure out what should I put here. Huh? I guess what is special to me? My bow is. It was one of the first things I made. It was one of the first things I made in this world, and it's the first thing It's one of the things I still have because the bow never breaks. My bow and the arrows. Ah, do I really have to say goodbye to it? My beautiful bow. The unenchanted but really powerful bow, if I could ever aim it. I suck at aiming in this game, but look at it. I guess that's what we're gonna put in this place. I shouldn't really need it anymore. Anyways, it's just a little sad. It's finally out of our inventory. I've kept it in my inventory ever since I got it. We never did make ourselves a set of diamond armor. That's another sad thing we never got around to doing. I need to make some food for myself. We can make a bunch of pumpkin soup as well. Or not pumpkin, mushroom. What am I looking for? I don't know what I'm looking for anymore. Oh, I was looking for seeds because I swear I had more seeds than this. Here's some more. Let's make ourselves some bread. We shouldn't need that much. Let's just make 3 because we cannot stack it. Do let's plug this back in here. What else is there to work on? I'm trying to think. Let's go deal with our hedges. I need saplings, which I got rid of. Hopefully, there will be a tree I can cut down to get saplings from. I don't. Oh, there's some saplings laying around. We can get rid of them now. They have not grown, and I don't think they're ever gonna grow. Let's just get rid of them. They make the place look a little ugly, just a little bit, not that much. And it's becoming night. So back to our tower. You guys are probably seeing why I suck at wrapping things up. Like I said, I just suck at it. It's hard for me to finally call it good enough and wrap everything up in a nice little bow. It's hard. It is just hard to find all those little things that you have. It feels like you have a lot of little things left to do when there probably really isn't. You just have to eventually. You can't get it perfect anyways. You just gotta accept it all going away. It's a little sad. But we'll be able to upgrade to InfDev. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to be able to have an infinite world and see all the new generation. I've already kind of gotten a sneak peek at the first version of InfDev we'll be playing in, and it I didn't even know some of that generation was like that back then. I don't want to spoil it. That's the thing. I don't want to spoil it until we get there. Well, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna spoil anything. You guys are just gonna have to wait and see. You guys are just gonna have to wait and see. Do 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 do. Gotta wait out the night. Yeah, hey, you guys can now see what I was talking about. The monsters being pitch black while it looks like it's bright as day out. Do 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 do. These nights take forever. It's at least already halfway through. That does make me want to check something real quick while we're waiting. Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. Yep, I figured as much. Hey, look, it was also Levat. Oh, don't tell me they were both bots. That would be sad. Man, can I please check? Because you are definitely 100% a bot. So much AI on here. Yeah, that's just all AI. But the other person also followed. AI. AI. Why are all the people who follow me on other sites all just bot? It's sad. Is it day yet? Nope, not yet. We are still waiting. Do, 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 do. I guess we can just stare out our big window instead of going all the way up. Though it looks a little weird being bright. The sun is coming up ever so slowly. Yeah. They're not burning yet. Come on. Start burning. There we go. They're burning now. Burn, 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 so I can go out there. Oh, he went inside there. Oh, no, it's coming back out. Good. Okay, I think I can start climbing down now. Any arrows? I see a feather. But no, it's an arrow. Sad. Alright, let's go back to working down the hedges. Oh yeah, a lot of it's connected up. A bunch of it grew. Let's plant a bunch of more flowers. I want this just to be a flower field over here. We are running out of red flowers though, pretty quickly. Okay, that's very lined up. I don't like that. You can definitely fit a bunch more in here. Somehow gotta be unlined up with other flowers. That's a hard task to do. But now it's lined up with those. That's okay. It is kind of lined up though. There we go. These trees are just not growing. Don't know why. This one did grow, just not the way I wanted. Let's try planting it one higher. See if that works or if it's going to grow too high. Yeah, but jerk. I guess we're gonna have to move this one over. How is there a sand block there? That is an odd placement for a sand block. Alright, let's go up to the other area with the trees. Do 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 do. Hello, sheepies. Oh no, that tree over here did grow. Nice. And it's in the way I needed it to. Even better. That actually grew perfectly. We are gonna have to chop a lot of it down though, sadly. We'll keep that. Keep it like that. Want to keep some of the bushiness. I just need to add a lot of holes in it. Oh, I don't get dirt. Oh no. I have to do that for now. Um, get rid of that. Do like this. I think something like that. That'll do. Sadly, it looks like one of the blocks over here went away. But what we do now, we just start putting in flowers to fix some of this and add some color. That much needs some much color. Some much needed color into this. Doesn't need a ton of flowers, just enough to liven things up. We're also putting these some of these little corners too, so it looks like these bushes are flowering. It's not just flowers growing around bushes. We don't want them on the path though, that's the key thing. Oh, look how good that looks. I think we need some more red on the outside. More yellow on the end. Oh, is it becoming night? Yep, it is. Back to our tower. Back to waiting out the night. Ooh, the lag. We'll grab some dirt while we're over here. Move, Big. More yellows. Stack of dirt. We're probably gonna have to go grab some more red flowers. I think I know where a patch is, but it's over where our desert is. In the unexplored, really untouched lands. But back to waiting again. We're probably gonna end. Well, we're probably gonna do one more day and then go ahead and end stream for today. And that's what I'm gonna do. Ah, it's only midnight. There's the moon. It's still so far away from the horizon. Hey, the sun's finally coming up. Yay. One last day. What are we gonna do? Well, I think the first thing we need to go do is get those red flowers from, I think it's over here on this part of the island. Go grab them and bring them back all the way over here so we can finish the hedges over here. Because I don't think we're finishing the ones over here, sadly. We're still waiting on some trees to grow. but I am waiting until the sun rises enough. Let's see if we can update all the chunks. It's not gonna let me update down there, I don't think. Sadly. But we can base it up off of up here and see how bright it gets up here. It's got a little brighter. Not that bright though. Not brighter yet. Just got brighter. I don't see any monsters, so I think we're good, and it's pretty bright now. So down we go. Do 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 do. Any arrows for me to pick up? You see, this is why I feel like it's not chunk based because of these weird little things. Like, there's no way there's just a chunk that looks like this, and now it just inverted. But that's why I feel like it's not based on chunks. I feel like there's no chunks in this version of the game yet. But then I don't know why these lagging errors are pretty consistent and look kind of like, look how they look. I don't know how to explain that part. I don't know. Anyone who knows in devs more in depth than I do, let me know. It's just something odd I've noticed. Oh, hello, Mr. Creeper. Please don't blow up over here. This is a very expensive location. Like, very, very expensive. You can blow up on the grass, I don't care, but not on my sand. That is terrifying. There's some red flowers right there. Ooh, look, there's diamonds right there. You might be able to grab those. But that won't be today. Nope, nope, we can't do that today. We've only got one more in-game day. Gotta use the time wisely. We need our red flowers right now. I think there's more diamonds down there, is there? 1 second. There's diamonds there. I think I saw just a glimpse of blue when I was walking over here. Did I? Maybe I didn't. Ah. No, 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 there they are. There are diamonds right there. Any more red flowers about? There's some on that island, but I'm not building out to it. I'm actually not seeing any more. Have we harvested every red flower in this world, for the most part? There are a ton of yellows, but I'm not seeing many reds. Not seeing many roses at all. That is odd. Is there more dandelions than there are roses? Listen to the nice satisfying sounds of the sand. It's so nice, isn't it? Let's go finish up. Well, I don't even know if this is gonna be enough roses. That's the thing. I have a feeling it's not. I'm gonna have to do most of it with dandelions, which is sad. I actually really like how the roses look compared to the dandelions. Dandelions just blend in too much the really bright grass. Roses stand out quite a bit. They're pretty they actually might be our only red block in the whole game, in all of Endev, that we can really use. I don't think we got any other red blocks. Not that we can get naturally without cheating. I can't think of one other red block. There's bricks, obviously, but we can't get bricks. Planks are more orangey. It, yeah, this might be. I think this is our only red block. So let's spread out these last 14 flowers. Red flowers, at least. Let's make sure to spread out quite a bit. To be fair, this might be the last area we need to use flowers in, though, so we might be good. And I did place quite a bit of red ones, so we might be good anyways. I just want to place some more on the outside, because we have quite a bit of yellow on the outside, not enough reds. Let's try saving some for if we want to place more somewhere else. Plunk, plunk, plink. There we go. That looks nice. We got the hedge over here done. So we don't have to come back over this way. Let's grab all the saplings that decided not to grow. We don't really need to grab them, we just need to break them. There we go. I think that's all the saplings. There's still the diamonds there that we need to grab as well. I thought we already did that, but I guess not. Sapling here. Here. Oh, it's becoming night already. See how fast grass grows randomly? Sometimes it grows that fast, sometimes it doesn't grow at all. I want to finish grabbing these saplings at least. Please. I swear the days go by so much faster than the nights. Okay, we really need to go back to our tower now. Definitely with this lark. This lark is so bad. I guess the benefit of these lighting areas where it's all bright is I can see if there's a monster where we're going really easily. compared to when it's dark out. Then you just cannot see when there's monsters. But there we go. And yeah, I think this is a good place to end stream. We got quite a bit done. We finished down in our mine shafts. Those are all completed. We got one of our hedges completed, and we got the one settler's house also completed. So that's 3 things done. Next stream we'll probably work on the farm next, getting all that sorted, then getting all the wheat put in the silo, all that good stuff. And yeah, if you guys watched or just hopped on even for a little bit to watch me for like, I don't know, just hang out for maybe like 10 minutes or so, say hi, all that good stuff. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Luca and Pixie. I know I didn't see you guys when you guys joined, but thank you. Whether or not you're bots, I don't know, but either way, thank you for joining, chatting, and all that good stuff. Yeah, thank you guys for watching it, and I hope to see you in the next stream. Bye. Okay, let's end stream here. Let's don't don't look at me. Let me go to the nice little cut. Don't there. Okay, we're cutting over to the end stream now.